Hi, in this video I am going to show you how to fuse and sew your strips, your weaving strips, your handles, and your closure for the seamlessly woven tote. In all of these we are using Bosel's Inner Form on a Roll, which is a single-sided foam-based fusible already cut to 2 1/4 inches. Now you can cut your own 2 1/4 inch strips out of yardage of Inner Form single-sided, but this is much easier. Take your 2 1/2 inch strips, and the number that you'll need is outlined in your pattern. Place your 2 1/2 inch strips so that it's wrong side facing the fusible side of your interfacing. So you'll place the fusible side of your interfacing right side up on the ironing board. You're going to iron your 2 1/2 inch strip to the foam-based batting. You want to use an iron that has a Teflon sole plate, or you can tie an iron shoe to the bottom of your iron. That is a Teflon tie-on, and it'll protect the bottom of your iron. So go ahead and iron on your strips according to the pattern directions to the interfacing, and cut the strip the same length as your fabric strip. Cut the interfacing strip the same length as your fabric strip. Your next step is to sew a second piece of fabric to this strip. Now this will be matching fabric, so it'll be the same fabric on the front and the back. So you'll want to place it right sides down. I know that it's difficult to tell right from wrong on these batik strips, but place it right sides down and stitch down each side with a very scant 1/4 inch seam. Now you can see this right here. See how close I am to the edge? That's a very scant 1/4 inch seam. You'll also sew across one end. That's to make turning a little bit easier. Now to turn it, you'll do this to all of your strips according to the pattern directions. To turn it, you can try and open this end a little bit and use a knitting needle or something to turn it right side out, but there's an easier way to open up that end. If you use a blue tube, now this is a 1 inch blue tube, this is by Fast Turn, or a PVC pipe that is 1 inch in diameter, slide that blue tube or PVC pipe in between the 2 layers of fabric. Now 1 layer of fabric will be fused to the foam, so this should be fairly easy. Slide it all the way in. Let me get these things out of the way. Now you'll notice that in some places the interfacing may peel away from the fabric, but that's fine. We'll be ironing it one more time. So push it all the way to the end, and either use the knitting needle, or even better, a 1/2 inch dowel, and just push it through so it comes out the other end. Hold on to it, remove your blue tube, just push that down a little bit, and take out your dowel, and just pull that down. Now notice how this is a little curved. Can you see that in the video? All you'll do is, with the curved side up, so this is the curved side, take your iron and just iron that nice and flat. You'll want to iron both sides. Now the seam is going to be on each side. If you want to add a little detailing, you can stitch a 1/4 inch down each edge, but on most of mine I find that it doesn't need the detailing. So the next step is, these are the pieces that are finished. I'm going to move this out of the way. And on the next step, you want to mark all of your strips except your handles and your closure in the center. Now you can simply do that by folding this in half and marking across that edge, and it doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, or you can measure it on a cutting mat. You want to mark all of your weaving strips. Now these are just the strips that are down here. Again, no need to do your handle or closure. Place these so that the markings are perpendicular to each other, like this, and pin. The next step in the next video, we'll show you how to weave these strips. That's it.